Hey guys. I want to talk a little bit about what came through for me today when I was reflecting on the energy of the day. And one of the messages that came through really strongly was keep your eyes on your own lawn. And there's this whole idea, the grass is greener, right? There's this whole idea of they're doing something that's better than what I'm doing. We talked about the trap of hypercriticism, and we talked about the trap of that as it relates to ourself, as it relates to our individual nature, and not being too hard on yourself. And today it was really apparent that we want to think about as within, so without. And that's a law of the land. If you're dealing with something internally, you're going to see it on the outside. So what that means is if these energies make it really easy to be hard on ourselves, it can also be really easy to be hard on other people. And I just want to remind everybody to have compassion for the hard work that your neighbors are putting into their own garden, to the hard work that your friends and family are putting into their own projects, and whatever it is you want to build. Like, let's say you want to build a more open relationship with your kids, or you want to build a happy home life, right? And you think of the person that you know in your life that really nails that, right? They really have it down pat in that aspect of their life. And you sit down and you think about what they're doing. There's nothing inherently unhealthy about that. You just want to make sure that it's coming from a place of curiosity rather than criticism, because we know with the Virgo mindset, again, it's the healer. That scientific mindset is necessary to be an effective healer. That curiosity, that objective viewpoint of what's going on here in the big picture. What are they doing that's working? What are they doing that's not working? How can we fix this? And that's what we're being called to do in our own projects, is what we're being called to do in our own energy right now. But you want to make sure that when you're looking at other people who are on the same path as you, when you're looking at the person to your left and the person to your right, and you see what they're doing, that you just approach it with compassion and you approach it with love, because you're building this new thing. And if you've ever grown anything, if you've ever grown a plant or an insect or an animal or a baby, you know how important those first few moments are, those first few weeks. It needs a lot of love, it needs a lot of attention, a lot of nurturing, a lot of protection, right? And you want to make sure on one hand that you're protecting yourself from people who may stomp your small plant, somebody who may crush the small growth that they see happening. But you also want to look at them and look at their projects and extend that same, I see you, boo. Like, I see the work you're putting in and you're doing great. And even if it's not the same, even if it's not, they don't choose the same approach, they don't choose the same fertilizer, they don't choose the same tools, that's okay. There's no right or wrong answer in this situation of building, right? Like, there's this, I remember being a new yoga student and looking around the room like, guys, what are we doing? Is this right? Like, I don't know what's happening right now. And when you're building something new, that insecurity can actually come through, and those questions can pop up, and it's natural to look to your left, to your right. It's natural to look at what other people are doing. I just want to remind you to do it from a place of love, and I want to remind you that we're all in this together, and the more people you have on your team, the more people you have who share the same mission, the better. Because who knows? You're probably going to end up working with that person someday. You're probably going to end up crossing paths with that person because you're doing the same thing. You're on the same mission, and don't mess with that, you know? Like, plant good seeds. Plant good seeds right now. Not just in your own garden. Plant good seeds in other people's gardens, because if you grow, and I grow, and we grow, and it's good things. So I just want to remind you to keep your eyes on your own lawn, stay focused on what you're doing, and don't get caught up in anyone else to your left or your right. Stay focused.